Good morning, dear students. I'm your science teacher, and this is your science class. This class will be your discovering class, and we will discover the things around us. Now you are a young scientist. You will use your senses to know more about this world. Let's use our eye. What do you see? Yes, these are chocolate bars. What about this? These are chips, but it is bad for your health. What about this? This is a strawberry milkshake. So yummy. All of these things have shape, right? For example, the chocolate bars are rectangles. What about the chips? The chips are circles. We have here some vegetables and fruits. Which one you like more? Both of them are great. Here is some fruits. Can you describe one of them? For example, the orange. The orange has a round shape, and if you put it on a table, it will take a space. Let us do the same to this pencil. Is this pencil has a shape? Yes. Is it take a space? Also yes. What about this water, the giraffe, yourself, the chair, and the air? All of them have shape and take a space. If you confuse about the air, imagine that you fill a balloon with air. It takes a space, and also it takes the balloon shape. So the air has shape and takes space. All the previous things have one name in science. We call them matter. Everything around us is a matter. So what is matter? Matter is everything that has mass and occupies a space. Occupies means takes up or fill in. So the matter is everything that has mass and occupies or fill in a space. Repeat after me. Matter is everything that has mass and occupies a space. There is a strange word over here. Mass. What is the meaning of mass? If you have these two boxes, one of them is empty and the other filled with toys. Which one is heavier? Think with me. Correct, this one. Which one has more mass? Also the heavier one. The heavier one has more mass because it has more matters in it. So which one has more mass? Yes, the heavier one. We can define the word mass as the amount of matter in an object. Mass means the amount of matter in an object. Now, can you see these two animals? Which one has more mass and why? Great! The elephant. The elephant has more mass because it has more matter. Let's go back to the definition of the word matter. Matter is everything that has mass and occupies a space. Occupies a space here means volume. So let's define the word volume. The volume is the space that matter takes up or fill in or occupies. So volume is the space that taken by the matter. For example, if the water takes half the space of this box, so its volume is half the box. We studied 3 definitions until now. Number 1, matter. Number 2, mass. Number 3, volume. Can you remember them? Matter is everything that has mass and volume. Number 2, mass, the amount of matter in an object. Number 3, volume, the space that matter takes up. Let's practice together. Choose the correct answer. The space occupied by matter is known as length, volume, mass, or A and B. This sentences is the definition of what? Length, volume, mass, or A and B. Perfect. Volume. Question 2. Table has volume only, length, mass only, or mass and volume. Of course, the table is matter and the matter has great mass and volume. Question 2. Put right or wrong. Car has a volume? Right, car is a matter, so it has a volume. This sentences would be wrong if there is the word only. Okay. Question 3. Write the scientific term of each of the following. This is a new question. It means that I will give you a large sentences and you will describe it with one word. For example, the amount of matter that the object contains. This sentence is for what? This is the definition for mass. Perfect. Number 2, the space that occupied by the object. This is also a definition for what? One word. Okay, volume, great. Number 3, anything that has mass and volume. This is a definition for what? Perfect, matter. Number 4, everything that occupies a space and has a mass. Great, matter. The last part of our lesson today is the difference between mass and volume. Let's watch this video.
What's the biggest thing in your room? Wow, yeah, that's pretty big. But is it also the heaviest? Well, probably not. That is much heavier, right? So So just because something is big doesn't mean it's heavy. Why is that? Well, how much something weighs depends on mass and gravity. Mass is how many atoms and what kind of atoms something's made of. Atoms can be close together or far apart. How much space they take up altogether is the volume.
From the previous video, there is a big difference between the volume and the mass. Something is bigger or has the more mass doesn't mean it has the more volume. For example, here, if I have a cube of air and a cube of water and a cube of iron, which one has more mass? These three cubes have the same space or the same volume, but they don't have the same mass. Why is that? Because the iron is more heavier than the water, and the water is more heavier than the air. Let's see this video.
Volume refers to the three-dimensional size of an object. It doesn't matter if that object is a liquid, solid, or even a gas. All will have their own volume, depending on their three-dimensional size.
Okay, if I have here a cube of air and a cube of lead or iron and a cube of water, which one is heavier? They all have the same volume. Which one is heavier? Of course, the lead. This one is heavier than this one. This one also is heavier than this one. So the air is not heavy, the lead is very heavy, the water is intermediate or middle heavy. But all of them have the same volume. We conclude that equal volumes of different substances have different masses. This was our lesson today. Thank you and goodbye.